This year's DSE is making headlines with a record 24 top scorers, while more than a third of day school candidates also cleared the university entry mark. Security Chief Chris Tang expects the bill on joint immigration checks at the revamped Huanggang Port to clear LegCo by month end, as lawmakers prepare to work overtime. And a blanket smoking ban will take effect across all construction sites in the city this Friday, with smokers being slapped with a $3,000 fine. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Quentin Yan. Results of this year's Diploma of Secondary Education exams were officially released. For every 6 candidates who qualify for university entrance, 5 publicly funded degree places will be up for grabs. Across classrooms today, nervous students finally received their report cards after years of studying. Jimmy Liu reports.
A simple walk across the classroom, but a monumental step forward in life. One by one, students approach their teachers to collect their results. A girl nervously clutched the report card and dared not to look at it immediately. I haven't slept last night, not even a second, she recalled. But she was relieved that her results were better than expected. For some, it was a moment of celebration, while for others, a burst of tears could mean either relief or regret. A pair of twin sisters conquered the exams together, walking away with matching top marks. The younger sister aced all 3 electives with perfect 5-star scores, including biology, and is now aiming for a future in medicine. The elder sister thanked her sibling, who always did better than her at school, for sharing study tips along the way. For another pair of high-achieving twin boys, today was about gratitude. They thanked their family for valuing the learning journey and never prioritizing grades above everything. This year, over a third of some 43,000 day school candidates cleared the minimum bar for university entry. With about 13,000 publicly funded degree places, every 6 qualified students are chasing for 5 spots. Speaking to students at a school in Huanggang, Education Secretary Christine Choi said DSE results are just one outcome and do not define the future. She hoped students could make good use of AI while staying creative and passionate about learning. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
A record-breaking 24 top scorers have emerged in this year's DSE exams, with three schools celebrating their first-ever top achievers. Many of these high flyers plan to stay in Hong Kong for further study, with medicine and law topping their wish lists. Sharon Yun tells us more.
At Po Leung Kok Law's Foundation College, the school welcomed its first ever perfect scorer, Wang Lok Yin, who achieved a top grade of 5-star in 7 subjects. Wang plans to study medicine at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Born and raised in Hong Kong, I wish to remain in the city to continue my studies and contribute to the community, Wang said. Another super top scorer, Ryan Tao from King's College, also plans to pursue a medical degree. I've been inspired by alumni who shared their experiences of being doctors, Tao said. I wish to further my knowledge in medicine and help people one day, as I find it both challenging and rewarding. Sonia Tong, a top scorer from Yinghua Girls' College, has set her sights on business and law, planning to study for a double degree at the University of Hong Kong. She credited her interest in business to her parents, who both work in the field, while her choice of law stems from her confidence in Hong Kong's legal system. Queen's College produced 3 top scorers this year, including super top scorer Vincent Ng. Sharing his insights on AI, he said it is useful for explaining complex concepts, and he encourages future students to make use of AI in their studies. This year saw 24 top scorers from 15 schools, with 11 achieving the extra bright title of super top scorer by also bagging a 5-star star in the extended mathematics module. 5 traditional elite schools produced more than one top scorer, including St. Paul's Co-Educational College, Diocesan Girls' School and LaSalle College. Meanwhile, first-time top scorers were also celebrated at HKBU-affiliated school Huanggang Port Secondary and Primary School, as well as Sha Tin Chongqing Secondary School. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
The Legislative Council will hold extra meetings to speed up a bill allowing joint immigration checks at the renovated Huanggang Port. Secretary for Security Chris Tang expressed confidence that lawmakers working overtime will have enough time to debate on it. Jamie Liu reports.
The redeveloped Huanggang Port building in Shenzhen's Futian district will adopt the co-location arrangement with Hong Kong, meaning travelers can clear both exit and entry checks with just one round of document check. Earlier this month, the State Council confirmed Hong Kong would take jurisdiction over part of the port on July 31st. To lay legal grounds for this, the SL government today tabled the Huanggang Port Hong Kong Port Area Bill for the first and second readings at the Legislative Council. Security Chief Chris Tang said he has asked the legislature to hold extra meetings so the bill could be passed by the end of this month. Responding to concerns that the fast-tracking could leave loopholes, Tang stressed the bill will go through proper legislative process as always. He said the government will hold 4 briefing sessions for lawmakers and is confident that they would have enough time to deliberate. But Tang stopped short of announcing an opening date of the port. He only pledged to finish installing equipment and conducting tests with the Shenzhen side as soon as possible. The secretary also said subsidiary laws will be drafted to meet operational needs because Hong Kong's jurisdiction is spread across differently on the 8 floors of the port building. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
The Legislative Council has passed a motion to make all construction sites smoke-free, with a new rule taking effect on Friday.
我宣布議案獲得通過.
Lawmakers backed the move overwhelmingly, with construction sites set to become no-smoking zones and smokers facing a $3,000 fine. The ban also covers building maintenance sites, but not homes used for residential purposes or private quarters. Secretary for Labor and Welfare Chris Tang said contractors are responsible for clearly marking the boundaries of work sites. He also stressed that enforcement will begin on Friday, with surprise inspections, no advance warning to site managers, and no grace period or verbal warnings. The 7-day Hong Kong Book Fair opened in Wan Chai today, drawing crowds from the small hours. Many fans were eager to secure spots for celebrity book signing events, and exhibitors are hoping the star power will help pull in even bigger crowds. Jeremy Zhu has more.
Before the doors even opened, over 100 people were already waiting to get in. As soon as the venue opened, the crowds surged forward in a rush. Many were there to snap up a newly released book from the local girl group Color, trying their luck at getting into their signing session. However, the organization drew criticism from some fans. One fan who had been queuing since 2 or 3 a.m. claimed that staff had promised they could join the VIP line, only for them to be diverted elsewhere later. He was upset that late-arriving VIPs were given priority, calling the arrangement unfair. Elsewhere, the once popular section of supplementary school exercises saw relatively light traffic. That said, some students were still keeping their eyes on the books even during summer break. This student noted he was there specifically to pick up Chinese language workbooks. The student beside him said he arrived with a budget of $500 to $600, planning to purchase a mix of reference books and leisure reading. Exhibitors remain optimistic about this year's business. One publisher stated that they expect sales to match last year's figures and that they expect scheduled author signings should draw plenty of visitors. The annual fair runs daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. before wrapping up early at 5 p.m. on the final day. Adult tickets cost $30, children's tickets are $10, and senior citizens get in free. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
In the United States, Immigration and Customs Enforcement has suspended vehicle stops across most of the country following a spate of fatal shootings involving immigration officers within the past week. The agency stressed that the move is only temporary, not a policy change. Jeremy Zhu reports.
In Maine, a Colombian national was shot dead during a vehicle stop by ICE officers. Colombian President Gustavo Petro condemned the incident, stating that the victim was treated as a subhuman without rights and effectively murdered by the U.S. government. Separately, a Mexican national was fatally shot by law enforcement in Houston, Texas, last Tuesday while on his way to work. Since President Donald Trump returned to office last year, more than 10 Mexican citizens have died in anti-immigration enforcement operations. Mexico is now demanding U.S. federal and state authorities to launch formal criminal investigations. In response to the rapid succession of fatal shootings, Border Czar Tom Homan has ordered ICE officers to pause vehicle stops in most parts of the country. Homan maintained that this does not signal a shift in policy, but a chance for leadership to review procedures and ensure officers are acting correctly and safely. He confirmed that operations to deport illegal immigrants will continue. According to Fox News, the suspension is designed to provide time for agents to undergo additional training. Meanwhile, in Florida, a separate vehicle stop turned fatal when 4 individuals attempted to flee. One man was struck and killed by a lorry during the pursuit. Democratic lawmakers have criticized the situation, warning that immigration enforcement actions have spiraled out of control, resulting in preventable tragedies. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Britain is set to impose a default overnight social media curfew on 16 and 17-year-olds, blocking access to apps like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube from midnight to 6 a.m. The government announced the measure on Tuesday as part of a broader clampdown on children's online habits, alongside plans to disable addictive features, including autoplay and infinite scrolling, for the same age group. More than 300 families across the UK took part in an official pilot, reporting improved sleep and concentration among teenagers under overnight curfews. The move follows last month's announcement of a full social media ban for under 16s, expected to take effect in spring 2027. Both sets of regulations are due to be laid before Parliament by year-end. In a bipartisan vote, the U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly approved a bill to permanently end biannual clock changes by making daylight saving time year-round. The Sunshine Protection Act was passed 308 to 117.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
As the final tally was read, presiding Representative Scott Desjardins played the Beatles' Here Comes the Sun on his phone. The proposal now moves to the Senate and President Donald Trump, who has repeatedly called the clock switching practice ridiculous. Under the bill, DST would become permanent nationwide, extending current March to November evening daylight year-round. 19 states have approved the shift, but federal law still blocks it. Critics warn of darker, potentially hazardous winter mornings, with children waiting for school buses before sunrise. Lawmakers also cite a precedent. In 1974, Congress briefly made DST permanent during an energy crisis, but reversed it within months after backlash over dark mornings. Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day up 340 points. Top active stocks of the day: Tencent was up $17.80. Alibaba was up $2.60. Knowledge Atlas was up $107, and Meituan was up $4.20. Onto the weather now, mainly cloudy with showers and a few squally thunderstorms. Showers will be heavy at times tonight and at first tomorrow. Temperatures will range between 26 and 29 degrees. And that's our news tonight. I'm Quentin Yan. Thank you for watching. Good night.